Ouch! Ouch!
Hello everyone. Today we will use a custom view to implement the Hero.Vs.Monster game. First of all, we will open Android Studio, create an empty project, use Java as the programming language. Next, we will find some image resource and use Android Asset Studio to generate relevant icons. Next, we will copy all the image resource into the project. Okay. Now we will create a new class named GameView. The main purpose of this class is to display characters on the screen. As a custom view, we extend GameView from View. And then we can add relevant constructor from superclass. Now, as we want to display a hero and a monster on the screen, we need to create two bitmaps variables and its relevant locations. Next, we need to override draw or onDraw method defined in the view class in order to display what we want to display. For example, hero or monster. However, in order to draw these objects, we need to firstly initialize it. So I will create an init method to initialize all the global variables, and we call it from our constructors. Now we can go back to the draw method and use the canvas to draw the bitmap that we just initialized. We now can test our app by changing the content view to the game view. And voila, we can now see our hero displayed on the screen in the top left corner. Now we will display the hero in different locations based on the touch event. In this method, we will change the locations of the hero bounce based on the click location. We use Hero.Bounce.offset2 method. Next, to force the view to redraw its content, we use invalidate method. Now you will soon realize that using this method you can only display the hero when we click but cannot drag the hero around the screen. So what is the solution? Now we will use runnable interface alongside with a handler in order to improve the implementations. Instead of calling the invalidate method to force redrawing in the onDraw method, now we move the invalidate method inside the handler. And now every time the player touches the screen, the handler will receive an event and tell the view to redraw. Now let's see the result. Pretty good. The hero can now be dragged around the screen. You can make a little trick in order to center the hero to the mouse. Similarly, now we can draw the monster on the screen using the same method that we use to draw hero. Now we will modify our program so that it can detect the collision between the hero and monster. It is pretty simple. All we need is to check if the two bounds overlap using intersect method. When the monster hits the hero, the monster will be destroyed, so we set it to null. And we also need to add the condition while drawing to make sure that we don't have the null pointer exception. We will soon realize that after testing, the hero bounds is modified, so we may need to modify our current approach so that it will modify a different bounds rather than the hero bound. We create a hero temp. It is a rectangle that copies the hero bounds so that when we check for the intersect, it will not modify the original hero bound. Okay, good. We can see that the hero bound remains the same. But we encounter another problem. It is the initial position of monster and hero. So we modify our game so that we put the hero and monster in different locations. Good. Now, initially, the hero and monster stands in different locations. We can drag the hero around and then hit the monster. The monster will disappear. Now we will make our monster to appear in a random location. We will create another method named random monster to modify the monster bounds. And you may want to add more image asset if you want to change the monster every time. But in case of demonstration purposes, I will ignore that. To generate a random locations of the monster, I will generate a random X and random Y coordinates of the bounds. The random value is supposed to be inside the screen bounds. It means the width and the height of the screen. Next, we replace the value 100 with the value of X and Y. If you want, you can also call this method when the focus of the game view change. To avoid some issue, we change the method random monster in the init method to the original one. And we also modify the logics in the collision section So instead of set the monster to null after collision, we just need to call random monster so that the monster will be displayed in other location. Okay, one last thing to do is we need to fix the random location of the monster so that it not jump out of the screen. We can create a buff of 2 bounce height and 2 bounce width to make sure that the monster not jump out of the screen.